Here's the first.
Gain of 43 yards. That's good for the Packers. First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Monday! Ready? What do you have?
Running out of the gun with Montgomery. He got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on first down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Dumps it off to his running back. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
No gain on the play.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Ready? Hey, 5 up, 21, 20.
Throwing now, Stafford. This one's caught. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
The Packers, first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
40 got. Get on.
Throwing from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions have it all set as they send this one downfield. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's caught after a game of about 2. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Set. Blue 60. 50. Ready, hot.
He'll work against the blitz. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Set. 280.
To the air on 3rd and long. A throw right side, Hines Cup. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
First and 10
On first down, here's Stafford. That's with the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 8 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Stafford throwing again. That one's complete right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Now Stafford again. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
It's Stafford once more. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Stafford's going to throw once more. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Brings up third down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Ready, alert!
Third and long for him here. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Packers stretch their lead to 21. Fox now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. First and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. It really creates an indecision now defensively.
Second down run by Pacheco. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down.
Taken down at the 40 line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
It's Pacheco again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
They'll run it with Pacheco. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
Result of
Well, a
the
blitz
play.
on fourth down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers trying to...
knew I would get so attached. Promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you weren't coming back. Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
Stressing, quit stressing. You should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me I don't wanna hear no chap out. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything.
It was late night texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning, but I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is that strangers like magicians never knew them tricks were up your sleeve.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. Now a run here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Here we go, here we go.
The 25-yard line.
180.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 37 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the... back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Burrow will throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun again to Brown. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
11, Thomas.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Rondé Gadsden, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Chargers 14, Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
11, 11, 11, 11. Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's now second and 6.
You talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
To the air again, Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Third and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
12, 12.
Here's Burrow. That is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
12, 180, 11, 11, 11.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So after the conversion on fourth, here's first and 10 just outside of the red zone. An inside give, Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10.
12, 12. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
White 80. White is up. 11, MT.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. Down the left sideline. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number two, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, That simply was not a smart decision.
Let's get set. Stop.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Stop.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that.
Here's a diving catch right side. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with an amazing diving catch. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, count. Go.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's to Omari and Hampton out of the backfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down LA. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Quick throw here to Johnston. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man right side, that's McConkey. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Herbert going to change the look. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and 2. Now they'll change things up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Herbert. That is caught. Touchdown. Quentin Johnston, an 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Bengals 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On the ground, this is Amari Hampton powering his way forward. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Amari Hampton with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far, but let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should...
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Dante Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Line. Whoa.
Herbert now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shamar Stewart in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Right. 5-9. Let's go. Ready.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Oronde Gadsden with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Bengals 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw taken in by Conquero. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
11 empty. Gun. Stop. Big 13. 11. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the 50, here's Herbert. He gets this to Hampton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Now it's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. He's across midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
That's a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Burrow going for it on 4th. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, LA.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
And after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
First down.
11 empty. 11 empty.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow will throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
11 empty.
Bengals first down.
And Burrow going to throw again. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Herbert, quick pass out wide. Now he's loose again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey, 65 yards. And the Chargers get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 17. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continued. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football and just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Wide 80.
Brown diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
The kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Now a deep one for Johnston. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, L.A. Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So both offenses come to life here in the